Coffee, 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 yeah, tastes so good. All right, I've gathered up all this stuff because I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to use, but we are going to play. I've got a bag of chain here, and of course my pieces. So let me get set up, I'll show you. Okay, I brought you in close here. I'll show you what I've been working on. And these I made out of clay. If anybody's interested, you can do so much with clay. So sometimes I play with actual metals, and sometimes I make stuff look like metals. If anybody's interested, like I said, in a tutorial on how to do this sort of thing, let me know and I'd be happy to do that. If not, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you that you can make anything you want. This could be a heart shape, anything. All I did was create holes, which would be perfect for me to be able to put some of these guys through here. And we'll find something that works. I just need some chain, which I've got a bag of stuff here. I've got some clasps, I've got jump loops, and I think we have everything. And then we're gonna bring one of these together. I love the idea of making something that never even existed before, right? So this is fun. I did this little bit of knot work here, the little bezel that I created. So I have, what, 5 of those. And then also, this is what I've been working on today right here. These are little links that I made. This is actually made with copper, and yes, I'm going to put the copper with this vintage hammered look. These are fluorite crystals. I don't think I told you that, which are really cool in the very centers of that. And then I did a little, if you can see, a little pattern on the back, and I stamped my initials. So these I sat here and made today while the shop was open. They're fluorite, and there's a couple here that are also sheen obsidian right here, the black kind of really pretty ones there. So these are ready to go. These are copper links, and what I'm envisioning is not just putting this on a chain, but I think it would be so cool because these are fluorite beads, just like the fluorite, the gem in the middle. The cabochon is also a fluorite, but I'm thinking that it would be so pretty if I were to match these up just like this and then create a chain, which I've got a spool. I'll show you how I'm going to do that, and bring some together. Oh, and I need the neck. Pardon me while I get the neck and I'll get set up. So this is a copper chain, and I really like this length, which, by the way, I could use this as well. If I really wanted to, I could put copper with that, since I do have these right here, which, you know what? That's not a bad idea as well. Could you see that working? I could really see that working. Like that. Or I also have this whole bag here, which is full of various chains, just different sorts of sheens, tones. It's all lead-free, nickel-free, I make sure of all that. But this is it right here. This is actually copper-based, but it's electroplated. But yeah, like I said, lead-free, nickel-free, hypoallergenic. But it's kind of like, it's not a bright gold, but rather it's got a little bit, you know. So the question is, do I want to pair with this and go with my copper like that and a continuation of that, or do I want to go with, so all I would do is I would make my own necklaces here. So I'd spool off what I want and just put my own pieces on it. Or do I just want to keep, because I'm kind of loving my collection with this color here as well. Let me stand back and look at this, make some decisions, or I may... All right, I've affectionately brought out what I call the jaws of life when you compare it to like all my other dainty tools. We're just going to put this in half. Come to the other side. So it is nice to have a big pair of these guys. They don't mess around. We don't need to, I need that right in the middle, and we're gonna cut it. Now I am gonna keep these halves together. Maybe it was good that I put my coffee over there, because I've got all these baby links just broken all around me. Right. Go for the middle. Got it. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so let me just try to get at least 2. As long as, you know, these kind of come in pairs of, generally these are sheen obsidian, so those will go separately. And now I just need to make sure that they pretty much, you know, like there's a darker bead on the bottom here. They would actually go like that. And then if I were to maybe do those 2, let's see. Those feel like they go together there for me. Maybe those right there will go together like that. So I like I said, using different mixed metals. So this is a gold down here. This is silver, so, or gold tone. So I'm thinking that maybe I'll somehow, like at the very end, these are, you know, I should have the same color closures, but I feel like just having the copper down here and not up towards the end is going to be weird. So I am going to go ahead with something that just feels, maybe I don't have any copper ones of these, or do I in here? Do have this one. Those are kind of gold colored. These here are almost like a gunmetal gray, which, okay, let me pull up possibilities here. So then this is another option right here, is if I wanted to, I could go with, let me just pull up the size since it's open, but I could put this right here, this gunmetal color, put that there, and then put the gunmetal on the back. Could do that, or color is, I kind of want it to be eclectic, you know? Or I could go with something like, this is a pretty gold colored one. Or I could do gold. I probably would use a smaller jump ring. Maybe something like that. I could do gold and gold. That would be copper. And then I would end up using a gold clasp. So what do you think? These are the decisions that must be made. So that's an option right there with the gold. Decisions. Okay, let me take a sip of my coffee and think. Okay, I think the best thing to do is play. I also have these guys right here. And I'm thinking about, they have like a really cool ornate design to them. They are hammered, they're stainless steel, they're strong like bull. Let's find a spot where it opens. Now I just gotta make sure that things are gonna fit through here. Okay, that does work. That would have to go in through there. Let's take this. I think we should play up the mixed media. So make sure that's good. Oh, I like that. What do you think of that? Okay, that's working. That works for me. Let me try the other one. See, the other ones I have are really, really bright gold. And I think I'm gonna do some earrings out of those. This is hammered, so sometimes it's hard to find where the actual join is, because it looks like it all has hammer marks, so you can't tell where the opening is. All right, found it, making sure everything is good there. So we have a good connection. We have a good connection, friends. Look how pretty that is. Do you see that? We made that. I love that. Good choice so far. Now, yeah, good choice so far. So now here we go. If we do the gold, which I feel like I should do at least some gold, just because the more that you can do, right now the only thing is I'll have to do a small jump loop here, like a thin one, because I don't even know if this will fit through the chain. Let's do a test. But it is good. If not, I'll have to get a smaller jump loop. Yeah, I'm gonna need a smaller one. If the other thing is that having a bunch of colors, and that could be the other thing too, do I have a jump loop that will fit through there and be strong enough? Because if not, then I'll just have to switch over to the actual copper tone, the bigger whole one over here. Okay, you're a smaller loop. Will you work? You do. I just did that without my eyeballs. After a while, your eyes start to go like really crazy. If you stare, like they just get overused and they start to, at least for me, they'll start to quiver. Matt will be talking to me and he's like, your eye is twitching. Yeah, I know. Just keep talking. Just keep talking, babe. Just keep talking. I'm going to pull a few of these out as one comes out, just so I don't have to keep digging here. And I remember the size. Okay, so I do like that. Let's do the other side over here. My poor nails. I was twisting wire to make these connectors today, and just tear my nails up. Oh, you know what I did? Guys, you see what I did? You probably can from your view. I switched these around. So this is like the darker purple down here and the lighter up here, the lighter and the darker. So I got to switch these around real quick. This would be an easier side to do because the other side's got chain on it. Okay, come back to me. Come back. Open. Close. So tell me if you're watching this, do you enjoy making jewelry? What kind of jewelry are you into? I'd love to know. All right, so that's there. Let's put the other side. You know, I've got a mannequin over there, and I feel like I should set up my mannequin because it's always good to have a visual on where your chains fall, also to sell stuff. Now I'm thinking about, should I have went a little bit bigger width-wise, not like gauge-wise, but wider, because you know how, work with me, you know how it's harder to get that little thing on the back of your neck. So I could put a bigger loop back there. I could go something big like that. Or I could go with something like this, which might be a little more, less giant-y. You know what, maybe I will. Let's see if this should fit through. And then for everybody who wants to be able to, you know, put these on themselves, not ask for assistance. There we go. I like that better. So one side is going to be the loop. Close that up real good. Okay. And now we're going to need on the other side our clasp. We're going to keep this one kind of dainty. Come on. But yeah, if you get yourself some readers, you know, I have like magnifiers that you put on, you like, they sit on over your chest and you look through, but having something that is stuck on your head, and then honestly, yeah, something that just doesn't fall off your face is nice. I highly recommend. Okay, so I am, wow, she's gorgeous. So do you see that? Like, you know, this is a different color. That's a different color. That's a different color. That, again, is another color. But yet it all works together. Kind of steampunk, Victorian, medieval. You know, I can see it at a Renaissance festival. Oh my gosh, friends. You know what, I might, well, no, I love that. I was gonna say I might put another jump loop on there, but I just remembered that I don't have a whole lot of room inside that little gold chain. I bet if I were to take a UV light, fluorite usually fluoresces as well under UV light, which is a, you know, fun little secret there. But we love her, we love her. Tell me what you think. So it's like basically double secured, but also it makes it a little more heavier on the eye right here. So it just doesn't connect with one thin, it's got two. And there's two on here, you know, like when I made these. I love how this came out. I think it's stylized out really nice, really balanced, and I think it's perfect. I'm gonna continue on, and you wanna see how the other ones turned out. By the way, this is the one I just put on my neck, the one we just made to show you. Now, I wouldn't wear all these together, obviously. One would be the focal point, but I think it lands perfectly, like where I want it to land for people. And here they are, just like magic, the magic of television. Here they are, all done. So I continued that very same process, like I showed you, except what I did was I finished the other ones off. Of course, we switched over to the other obsidian beads for a different look as well. But I went with a lot of copper tones for the ones that I've finished up with. I've been really loving copper. I love the warmth of the copper, it's beautiful. And so here we go, I'm really excited. Now I'm gonna lay them all out. I went and dug out some more necks, as I call them, and I'm gonna go ahead and separate them out. I think it's good too that you have different sorts. Well, I mean, when you do handcraft it, by nature, everything turns out differently. But when you have different sorts of mixed metals, because everybody's a little bit different, right? We all like different things. And plus, when you have something for someone to compare it to, they're like, no, I think I want this one. So I'm happy to do different variations for my shop. My shop is open. You can see some bodies moving in the background there. So yeah, thanks for sitting with me, because we have a whole other collection done now. I'll show you the final look here in just a moment, but I ended up putting like the gold, the really gold one, you know, forward with the metal tone there in the middle. And now I'm gonna go price them. And I did the two fluorite with the copper and the two obsidian on the other side. So it kind of like they all go together. They all go together in my mind. So tell me, do you love them? Are you inspired to make some of your own jewelry? It is so fun. I get to make pieces for myself, and I make pieces for the shop to share with other people. So it's like a gift that just keeps on giving, and I've got more ideas. So cannot wait. I'll see you in the next video, and I'll show you what I'm working on. So stay safe, stay creative, and yeah, get into something that you love today. Enjoy it. All right, see you again. Bye.